your questions.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Lindenbaum, and we, of course, greet your grandma's temple from Florida, right, Senator Blunt?
Absolutely.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
We're very excited they're watching. You know, we don't get a lot of people watching this all the time, so we're pretty excited. Now, first of all, you have spent your career in election and campaign finance law, including appearing before the FEC as an attorney, working there as a law clerk. Why do you want to serve on the FEC at this point in your career? Yeah, I think you turned it off there. Thank you. Okay. There we go.
Yes, it has been my life's work to bolster confidence in the election system and make sure that those eligible to participate can. A functioning FEC instills public confidence in the integrity of our system and allows candidates, campaigns, and other political actors to speak. It protects the system from those who operate outside of the law and allows voters to obtain the information they need to make informed decisions at the voting booth. So if confirmed, my experience as a practitioner working across the regulated community will further the FEC's critical mission to protect integrity of the federal campaign finance process by providing transparency and fairly enforcing and administering the laws.
Thank you. Like some of our other nominees, including Republican nominees in the past, as an attorney, you've represented many clients, and I understand you've entered into an agreement with FEC's designated ethics officials on how to handle potential conflicts of interest, including through recusals in some cases. Will you commit to following the terms of that agreement and the advice of the agency's ethics officials if you are confirmed?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. The FEC, as we have noted, has an even number of commissioners, limited to no more than 3 from a single political party, and that frequently leads to a stalemate that can hamstring the commission from initiating investigations, approving rulemakings, issuing advisory opinions. Some of the things we have talked about here with rules about the new dawn of the internet, which was many decades ago, and just talk to me about how you will commit to work with your colleagues in an effort to find consensus to ensure that critical rulemakings and enforcement proceedings can move forward, regardless of what party the candidate whose case may be before you is from.
Thank you for that question. And as you said, the only way for the FEC to function is for the commissioners to work together across the aisle to find consensus. So I start by coming with a position of respect. I am proud to have the bipartisan support of 30 of my colleagues in the political law community, some of whom I've even opposed in court and in recounts. And that position of respect is one I try to bring to everything that I do. So if confirmed, my general process will be to figure out where we can find common ground, what our sticking points are, and where there's actual room for movement.
Very good. One area where we've seen bipartisan consensus coming out of the commission is on the issue of fraudulent fundraising practices. In recent years, we've seen the emerging threats posed by scam PACs or groups pretending to fundraise for candidates, and then they pocket the money. I've heard many of my colleagues on both sides of the aisle talk about it. Senator King and I are working on legislation to address this issue. Do you agree that the threats posed by these scam PACs are serious and that action should be taken?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Following the 2020 election, we've seen a dramatic increase in threats against both election officials and members of Congress. Last year, Capitol Police responded to over 9,000 threats against members, nearly double the number of threats faced by members of Congress just 3 years ago. In March 2021, the FEC issued guidance clarifying that members can use campaign funds for personal security. Can you speak to the importance of this guidance in light of the rise in threats that we're seeing?
Yes, and thank you for this. And this is one that I really do care about, especially working with candidates. And that's that candidates need to be protected. And it is an unfortunate part of what is happening right now that there are threats and legitimate reasons to believe that somebody, be it a candidate, their staff, or the campaign itself, may have threats. And I think it is important that campaigns and candidates be able to use their campaign funds. It It also makes sure that those that don't have their own personal funds have the ability to find another source to actually pay for their security.
All right, thank you. And we're continuing to look in more ways for security payments, but that's for another day. Senator Blunt.